perish the voice of peace. There are whispers of conflict. Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear of wars, and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. But the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then they shall deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. And then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another. The love of many shall wax cold, quenching the flame within us that compels us to act in love. Yet he who kindles the eternal flame until the end shall be saved.
Mom, where are we?
Right here, sweet Naomi, in Snow Camp, North Carolina, back in 1753. Your ancestor, the Quaker Simon Dixon, traveled all the way here from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, with your great-grandmother Elizabeth by his side. With a love as strong as the stones of this mill, your Grandpa Dixon built himself a home and a legacy with nothing but his bare hands and good Quaker faith, believing that we all have a light and everyone is good.
But why do people do bad things if everyone has a light?
Life is like these weeds that grow. It's full of twists and overgrowth that sometimes make it hard to see that inner glow. But we must always remember that glow, even when we cannot see it.
Just like fireflies.
Just like fireflies. Naomi, don't go off too far.
I see thee has found my journal. And she's fine. Permit the child to play. They grow in stature quickly.
Yeah.
I meant not to startle thee. How unseemly of me. The journal thou hold is mine.
And you are?
Thy Grandpa Dixon. Many greats past.
Huh?
Thee might catch a firefly.
This can't be happening.
Very peculiar indeed. I died of camp fever many years ago.
Naomi, don't touch that grave!
Fear not, for I am no longer a bearer of contagion. I've been dead since 1781.
Okay, never mind. Touch whatever you like, except that poison ivy.
My hope, I do thank thee for coming to visit. I sense thee hast a troubled heart.
Grandpa Dixon, I'm trying, but I'm having a really hard time living in this world today. There's so much fighting and war and greed. A 40-hour salary job is more like a 60-hour job with no overtime pay. What happened to family values and community? Race wars still exist. Hate is roaring loudly. I'm finding it hard to keep going, and Naomi has so many questions.
My hope, growing roots in thy rocky times, tested by the weight of war, is a testament to our Quaker roots.
But I need answers.
Thy light may at times flicker, challenged by mankind. Remember, our resilience is not only for thee, but for the hope in Naomi's small hands. Forge ahead with heart of light, for innocence learneth, by the courage it observeth.
Simon, thee built us a good home.
With great care for thee, my love. The chair is all that's left of the old things. I thought thee would want to keep it.
Yes. It is very dear to me.
I think thee are sad, Elizabeth.
No. Yes, a little sad, perhaps. This is all strange to me. At home,
This is our home.
no. I'm sorry, Simon. Thee has been in this wilderness of North Carolina for 2 years. It is new to me. When I think of home, I see the familiar house, the familiar furniture, the familiar faces of our dear friends in Pennsylvania. I see my good parents. Now I am in a place I do not know. I will come to know this house is my home, Simon, because thee is here, and our children will be here. I will come to know these good people as my neighbors, but Simon, thee must give me time.
This is good land, Elizabeth. The mill is in operation now. We will watch our children grow in this place, and the mill will be a landmark. It will pass from us to our children.
One thing is certain, I have never seen thee so excited about anything. Have a care that thee not grow overly proud of any earthly possession.
But the mill is... All right, Elizabeth, as usual. There is a danger of pride. The mill is only an ordinary mill.
It is a fine mill, husband. And I am certain the Lord does not begrudge thee a little pride in the work of thy hands.
I come home on a Monday, a wee before me time, when there on the door peg is somebody else's hat. I say, whose hat be this, whose hat be that, whose ever has been and been. It's nothing but a chamber bowl that me mother saved to me. Well, I've traveled the whole world over, 10,000 miles or more, but a chamber bowl with a burly brim I never did see before. No, I never did see before. Hey, we're here, William. We're here.
George, my back feels like it could be cleaved in two. The weight of this corn sack may very well be the axe. Will you please get this miller before my back breaks?
Belly on Millie yourself. I need a wee drop more to quench this thirst in my throat.
What is it?
Are thee the miller of the house?
The same.
Take this blasted corn and grind it.
Does thee know what day it is?
Well, everybody knows it's Tuesday.
William, it's Monday.
It's Tuesday. I know it's Tuesday because that's the day I wash my one pair of socks out.
What matters what day it is? We got corn, man. It needs grinding.
It is Sunday, first day. Thee knows I will not labor on first day.
Well, Quaker whims don't mean nothing to our empty bellies. Grind, Miller, unless you misfortune stops that wheel from turning.
I think he has been drinking, friend.
I think they might be right.
Is this going to take long? I need a chair.
If thee leave the corn, I will grind it for thee tomorrow.
I'm not coming back tomorrow. Today, Miller.
I'd be mighty careful, George. He may be a Quaker, but seems to me he's a very powerful man. And I'm feeling a great weakness over my legs.
Well, that's cause you drank the whole jug. Okay, Miller, we'll be back tomorrow to get the corn. Here. Come on, William.
Simon, thy voice was angry.
Aye. To such men, the ways of friends are not understood. I feared what they have done if they struck me, so I let them think my faith was not too strong. I may have erred in the Lord's sight in dealing with them as I did, but I think I enjoyed it. This must be our secret.
Aye, ours and the Lord's.
Well, I do trust the Lord,
Simon?
and I trust thee.
Mr. Husbands, congratulations on your election.
Thank thee. Now I must prove myself worthy.
Well, I know that you will do well down there in New Bern. Just tell that rascal Tryon that the good people hereabout will not put up forever with his eternal taxation. They came from my taxes yesterday, third time this month, and for the same thing.
Madam, I must confiscate this food for the soldiers of the king.
But that's food
family.
I could not care less about your family.
You bring back my chicken. William!
You want
go
your
get
chicken
him.
back.
Give me back my chicken.
I tell you, Mr. Husband, it's not right.
Here now, what is thee about?
Playing.
Playing?
Thy turn, thy turn.
Thy turn, you say.
Thee must catch me.
And if I catch thee, what then?
Naomi! What?
That makes it thy turn, friend Elizabeth.
I might have known. If it were only the small children I had to contend with, my life would be hard enough. But it is the large children who cause the greatest commotion. I think my sister married a small boy in a great package that resembles a man.
Deepest apologies. No. Will thee chase us?
I will chase thee with this.
Thee would not strike me.
Would I not?
Then thee must catch me first.
Simon!
Elizabeth!
Oh, Naomi!
It is nothing. Sometimes I regret that I am no longer a child, and so I behave as a child. I think my wife's sister has very little patience for me then. I have come to see thee, friend Simon.
On child's business.
On a man's business. It is about justice and injustice. It is about the fact that there is a great lack of the former and a great plenty of the latter.
I'm a busy man, friend Herman. I have no time for riddles.
And I will answer the riddle. This countryside is filled with busy men, and with blind men too. They labor from sun up to sundown, and what they earn with the sweat of their brow is being stolen from them.
I agree with Herman. Hours are long, little time is left for family. Most kids have to raise themselves nowadays.
Stolen? No one has stolen from me.
But when thee pay taxes and fees, what does thee think that is?
There is government, there are laws, there are taxes and fees that must be paid.
Soldiers stole my chicken. And you had the nerve to come in and ask me what's for supper?
What do you want me to do, Bertha?
I want you to put down that jug, pick up your rifle, and shoot some Brits.
Inflation is the word you're looking for.
But paid to whom? And in what amount? And for what purpose?
Why?
Has thee never thought, friend Simon, that the men to whom thee pay these taxes and fees do no honest work themselves? Only take thy hard-earned money and the hard-earned money of others like thyself. It is a fault, friend Simon, and there are many hereabouts who grow tired of suffering such injustice.
I think such talk is dangerous.
Is it less dangerous to suffer injustice without speaking?
Agreed.
Sometimes the remedy for injustice can be just as dangerous as the illness itself. When I hear such talk, I have visions of rebellion and bloodshed. Thee knows very well, friends reject all such things.
I am not talking about rebellion and bloodshed. I am talking about justice. And that is why I have come here today to ask if thee will join some of us hereabouts who wish to discuss further what might be done to right these wrongs that we suffer.
What others?
I cannot say names. It would not be wise, but if thee would just meet with us, thee would see for thyself.
I do not like such secrecy. I'll meet with no man to discuss such dangerous matters. I'm a miller. My task is to grind the grain for my neighbors, to care for my family, and to love the Lord.
But surely...
That is my final word.
But isn't speaking up for what we believe is just what we should be doing?
There is much to learn about the Quaker way.
Very well, friend Simon. Sometimes I wish my faith could be as strong. But troubled times are coming, and every man will have to make a stand. Where would thy Lord truly have us stand in the face of oppression? Friend Herman. Ah, friend Herman. I was told thee would be here. I wanted to see thee before. Before what? Speak, friend Thomas.
Before the meeting. I've heard talk. I would like to attend this meeting.
A boy? Friend Herman, you would surely not let a boy become involved in this foolishness?
The young people of my today are full of the knowledge and passion in order to encourage change for the better. Let him decide.
Friend Simon, I am no boy.
He cannot call it foolishness.
I can call it what it is, I think.
Grandpa.
We are going to fight the governor, aren't we?
Boy, what manner of talk is this? Thee make friend Simon's words truth when thee speaks this way. Thy words are foolish indeed, and I will hear no more of them. When we meet, it will be to reason, to draw up a petition of grievances, to seek a peaceful resolution to those grievances. That is the way of honest, reasonable men. But no more. I will not have thee speaking words that will get thee kicked out of meeting. Now, hold thy tongue and get back to thy mother.
But
no, friend Simon, I am sorry for the troubles that I have caused thee.
He's not too young. He has strength and courage.
See what can come of this? This boy is almost like a son to me since his good father died. Now I hear him speaking of fighting and war. He's only a boy in spite of his size, and if a boy speaks so, what will happen next?
James Pugh, that you here?
Aye.
Reverend,
Aye.
have you the petition?
Aye. And quickly, here's what I have written. We, the underwritten subscribers, do voluntarily agree to form ourselves into an association, to assemble ourselves for conferences for regulating public grievances and abuses of power in the following particulars with others of like nature that may occur.
Aye. Aye.
It is never a pleasant thing to hear ill report of friends. It has come to me that friend Herman has been known to speak out in criticism of this meeting and its affairs. Such behavior is contrary to the well-being of the meeting. It is my contention that friend Herman be persuaded to correct the error of his ways.
And it is well known in this meeting that friends must take no part in the present disturbance. I know for a fact friend Herman has been seen not once, but several times in the company of men bearing arms. I say he cannot remain in the meeting.
Brethren, we stand here at a crossroads of conscience. Friend Herman, though he walk in shadow and may speak with a tongue of fire, holds a candlelight of conviction of faith within him. Friend Herman is a good man, and I know he will listen to the persuasion of friends and correct his ways. I stand ready to reason with him.
Friend Simon supports friend Herman. Are they not related?
And William Piggott has named friend Simon as taking part in these disturbances too.
Yes, I am related to friend Herman by marriage. His good wife is the sister of my Elizabeth, but I am a peaceful man. I hold with no disturbances of any sort.
Friend Simon's good name is in no way involved. And as we know, William Piggott is often heavy in his drink.
Friend
Yet,
Herman.
is it wrong to stand up for what is right?
Friend Herman.
That we will pay no officer any more tax than the law allows unless we are obliged to it, than to show a dislike for it and bear open testimony against it.
Friend Herman.
Colonel Fanning writes that we the people are now in every corner of the nation, meeting, conspiring, and confederating by solemn oath and open violence to refuse the payment of taxes and prevent the execution of law, threatening death and immediate destruction on himself and others, requiring the settlement of public, parish, and county taxes to be made before their leaders and to be punished and regulated at their will.
Friend Herman.
Colonel Fanning goes on to say that we must rid ourselves of this wretched and deplorable situation. Friends, I say we cannot stand by and do nothing. Colonel Fanning and Governor Tryon must be confronted.
Remember the presence of which thy sit.
Friend Herman, thee are a good, godly man. Find the light within.
I have found the light.
Friend Simon, thy relationship between thee and friend Herman by marriage is all the more reason for thee to take the greatest care not to allow thy good reputation as a man of peace to be sullied by his recklessness. At the meeting on the 7th day of the 1st month, 1764, Herman Husbands was complained of for making remarks about the actions and transactions of this meeting, and also for being seen in the company of warlike men. After due labor with him to show him the evil of his doing, this meeting now agrees to disown him.
Friend Herman has lost his way.
Maybe not. Maybe there's room for both of your voices.
How? The governor, they say, has amassed men aplenty to march against the regulators, and yet defiance swells in numbers greater still. The safety of friend Herman and all who march troubles the peace in my soul. It's a heavy labor to carry.
But shouldn't he stand up for what he believes is just, especially when faced with unfairness so great?
Maybe, yet not in the clamor of arms. Peace can quell flame without the spread of more fire, can it not?
Friend Simon, I have heard the guns. There was war and killing.
That is none of our affair, friend Thomas.
But we cannot turn our backs now. Governor Tryon and his butchers are out on our streets, murdering our friends and neighbors. Friend Simon, how many more shall lose their lives before we take a stand?
Take hold of thyself. Listen to me.
Friend Simon, I feel thy truth burn within. I feel thy spirit wander. I feel I may lose thy way.
My boy.
I am no boy.
You're right. But I plead, keep clear of friend Herman's path. Will thee promise me that?
I believe friend Herman is just and devout. To me, friend Simon, his cause feels righteous. Have thee not questioned, what worth is a faith that binds our very soul from doing right? I fear freedom has become more dear to me than thy faith.
My heart is filled with sadness for those who are fighting and dying. I wonder how many shall lose their lives before this sickness is gone from us.
Much hasn't changed today. There's still war, there's still fighting. The storm is forever brewing, Grandpa Dixon.
It sorrows me to hear such news. Hope, hold on to the light.
Mr. Husbands?
Hi, child. Thank you for coming.
My father. They've captured my father.
I've heard it.
There's talk they will execute him and the others for opposing the soldiers of the crown.
Child. Oh, God, if only there were something I could do.
There's nothing, sir. I visited my father. He told me where you were hiding, and he instructed me to help you. He said you could do more for the cause living than if you were...
James Pugh is a good man. They are all good men.
I have your horse ready for you. You must leave tonight. They're looking for you.
Who goes there? Friend Thomas.
I thought they would be here. I fear the soldiers of the king may know it soon. We must leave.
Aye, lad. Friend Thomas, this is Mary Pugh from Hillsborough. She has risked much to aid me thus far, and I place her in thy capable hands to see that she gets home safely to her family.
I will do as thee asks, friend Herman. But where will thee go?
I have friends in Pennsylvania. I will continue the fight from there. And someday, friend Thomas, for that is what we must all work and pray for. Someday, God be with thee, friend Thomas, and with thee, and with thy dear father, and all who must suffer for the cause of freedom.
Hear ye. Whereas James Pugh, a leader of the insurrectionist movement in the royal colony of North Carolina, did forcefully and with deadly violence oppose the soldiers of the crown. Said James Pugh, having been summarily tried and convicted, this 19th of June, 1771, is hereby sentenced to death by firing squad. May the Lord have mercy on his soul. By the order of the Royal Governor, William Tryon. Does the prisoner have any last words?
Governor Tryon, do you hear my voice, sir? What we did to right wrongs only. You were sent here by England to guard over us, but you have betrayed that duty. Mark my words, sir, though you may kill us, there will rise hundreds more like us. We fought for freedom, as good men have always done.
Ready! Aim!
Father.
Fire!
Give us peaceful time to think of all the things that we are feeling and a chance to help ourselves. When I'm happy, feeling good about the things that I
At the
am
meeting
feeling,
on the seventh day of the ninth month,
moment helps me
1777, Thomas Pugh and Richard Jones are complained of for joining a company of armed men in the present disorder.
time to think of all the things that we are feeling and a chance to help ourselves. Husband, I I think thee will wear holes in thy soles if thee keep spacing.
This is no time for joking, Elizabeth.
I'm sorry, I only meant.
I'm troubled and I cannot rest. Today at meeting they called out so many names. Thomas Pugh, Humphrey Williams. These are good men. How many more to come in the future? It seems the numbers grow each passing month. Friends who turn their backs on meeting and take up arms.
I know it troubles thee, but what can thee do?
I myself was among those who labored with Humphrey Williams. I strove with all my might to get him to the right thinking, yet he seems to have become a different man from the quiet neighbor I've known these 15 years. When I spoke with him of the Lord's admonition against war, his eyes had a light in them, and he spoke of things that had not to do with the Lord. He talked of the country, this new nation, he called it, as if it were a new God. It frightened me to hear him, Elizabeth, because I know he's a good man. Though I myself held with his dismissal from meeting, I know in my heart he's still a good man.
Simon, thee cannot think that only friends are good men. These are hard times, but there must come a time for healing. Thee must live toward that time.
I know that. Thee are a good woman. And sometimes thy patience and wisdom puts me to shame. But I do still fear for those who will not be able to withstand the temptation to make themselves a part of this killing. I spoke with Thomas Hadley after meeting. What he had to say troubled me greatly. I fear for his headstrong ways. He's such a fine young man.
I know how dear he is to thee. But Simon, there is more to friend Thomas than thee knows.
What does thee mean?
There are many at meeting who speak of him seeing so much of that girl in Hillsborough, Mary Pugh. There are some who say he intends to marry out of fellowship.
She is the daughter of James Pugh, who was executed for his part in the Regulators, is she not?
Aye.
He would not marry out of fellowship. Surely he would not do that.
What's wrong with marrying outside of fellowship? Grandpa Dixon, you wouldn't be happy today. Everybody is marrying everybody.
How thy world is different.
Thomas.
I came directly after meeting.
Oh, so you're still going to that church of yours? I thought that
I told thee I would think on it, Mary.
Thee have been thinking on it for how long now, Thomas? I would think thou could have made up thy mind by now.
I am what I have been raised to be. It is not easy to put aside the ways of my father or his father before him. And it is not kind of thee to mock my plain speech, Mary.
I'm sorry, Tom. I didn't mean to hurt you. I wouldn't hurt you for the world.
I love thee, Mary.
And I love you, Thomas. I love the strange way you talk and the plain clothing that you wear. And I love your kindness to me since that awful day my father...
Mary.
One thing that I cannot love is your foolish refusal to do what other men are doing to join the fight for our independence. My father was murdered, Tom! And so were how many others? I know the Bible tells us not to kill, but it does not tell us to stand by and be murdered. I mean, read all of the Bible, Tom. Read where it says, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. God cannot want us to be oppressed forever by the King of England and his butchers. I love God, Tom. Just as much as you. Just as much as any Quaker, but I love my country and my freedom like my father did.
Mary, does thee not know these thoughts are in my heart also? I love this country too. But there's part of me that tells me to go out and kill the British. But there is part of me, the larger part of me, Mary, that knows killing is against the law of the Lord. No matter how just that cause may be. That, Mary Pugh, is the part of me that has been shaped since my birth, and that is not easy to put aside.
Then let me tell you, Thomas.
Mary.
Let me tell you! The fighting will not always be far away. One day it will be here. And when that day comes, when the redcoats threaten your home, your life, my life, where will you stand then?
I do not know.
Well then, it seems we have little to say to each other. Goodbye, Thomas Hadley.
Mary, wait. I was to come with thee to Hillsborough this evening, to that celebration with thee and thou friends.
It is a party honoring 3 brave men who are willing to leave to join the Continental Army and fight for our independence. I do not think thee would enjoy it, Mr. Hadley.
Lord, I have prayed before this, but only as a child prays. Sometimes I have only pretended to pray. It is not in the way of friends to kneel, but I am alone here, and I feel myself in thy presence. I have been taught, Lord, that to love thee and follow thee, that I must never take up arms, never kill. And I believe that, Lord, with all of my heart. I do. But are there not times, as my fellow countrymen have said, that try men's souls? Times, Lord, when the ways of peace are no longer possible. I know I must make my decision soon. I can hear the blasted drums of this war drawing nearer and nearer, and I can shut my ears to them no longer. Lord, last night I had a dream. I saw a sword held out for me to grasp, its blade red with blood. And a voice boomed out saying, "This is the sword of war. Take hold of it and kill. Kill so that thee and thy children and thy children's children may walk this good land as free men." And I reached out my hand to grab that sword. But as I did, my eyes fell upon another. This sword was broken, but its blade was bright and clean. And I seemed to hear another voice saying that this is the weapon of the Lord. This is the sword I must take. That this was the sword of peace. Take hold of it, and when the fighting is done, Thomas, use it to build a new nation, a nation in the way of the Lord. Forgive me, Lord, but I did not know which sword to choose. I still do not know.
Makes you think it's ladylike for you to propose the toast?
Well, this lady doesn't care, so.
Please, wait just a minute, Mary, wait just one moment. Seems we have news from the war. This just in from Pennsylvania. Seems there's been a great battle at Brandywine Creek. Faced the lobsterbacks we did, almost licked them. One thing for sure, friends, this is proof. Those redcoats are going to have a devil of a time taking Philadelphia with General George Washington.
Any news from our North Carolina boys?
You bet your boots. Says here no group of men fought harder. That come from General Washington himself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there any word of casualties, sir?
No, ma'am. I have not received that dreaded list yet.
Well, thank you very much for the news, William Morris. Are you done?
Aye.
Because this lady wishes to propose a toast to 3 of my bravest friends and 3 of my dearest friends. Arnold Scarsborough.
Arnold! Arnold!
Johnny Westcott.
Johnny!
And last but certainly not least, George Hunter.
George!
These 3 men are leaving in the morning to join General Francis Nash, leaving North Carolina to join the Continental Army under General Washington. May God protect you and bring you back to us safely with victory.
Good day to thee, friend Thomas.
And to thee, Elizabeth. I'm looking for friend Simon. Have you seen him?
He has taken the wagon to deliver some meal. He should return soon.
It is important that I speak with him. I have been in Hillsborough and...
Oh, it is just as well that Simon is not here. Thee has put too much worry in him about the goings-on in Hillsborough. I think, and so does my husband, that thee might better spend thy time on thy farm. Winter is not far off, and there is much to be done.
I can find no sense in the farm these days. I do my chores, yes, but they seem hollow tasks now, without meaning.
No honest toil is a hollow task. Thee knows this.
Aye, but I cannot help but feel that there are more meaningful tasks now. I go to Hillsborough to hear news of war in the north.
We'll hear naught of this.
Almost every day, friend Elizabeth. News comes of the fighting in Pennsylvania.
Friends have no concern for... Pennsylvania? Where in Pennsylvania?
A month ago, there was a battle at a place called Brandywine Creek. And just now, word has come of a great battle at Germantown.
Germantown? I know that town well. We have been there, my good husband and I, when we were newly married.
Aye. It is said that General Washington attacked the British there. It is said the North Carolina unit was among the best. The man who led us into battle, General Nash, however, was killed.
Us? Us, friend Thomas?
I mean, the soldiers from North Carolina. I cannot include myself, but there were times...
I will not hear such talk. Thee must never let my husband hear such talk from thee. It would break his heart. Friend Thomas, take care.
I know, and what is in my heart I must keep there. But there are men here about to go to join the fighting, and their names may soon end up on the casualty list. Friend Elizabeth, there is shame in my heart. One of those men, Johnny Westcott, I found myself having thoughts that were evil, and he is a good, brave man who may die for what he believes to be right. If that should happen, how will I live with the thoughts that I have had for him? I must live with them. I must.
Thee must leave.
A dream came to me many nights ago. There was a sword, bloody, being held out to me. And a booming voice rang out saying that this was a weapon of war, that I had to take it up and bloody it further to see that my children could walk this land as free men. And I reached out my hand to grab that sword, Elizabeth. But I stopped. I heard another voice, a voice saying that there was another sword, one whose blade was broken, but unused, bright and clean. The voice said that this was a weapon of the Lord, that I must take it up, that I must wield this sword of peace.
Friend Thomas, take care. Husband, how long has thee been standing there?
Long enough. Too long, perhaps. The lad is on the rack, that is certain. I wish the Lord would give me wisdom to help.
I know, taxes are high, but they do. But I think...
Friends, please, I have more news from the war.
I think we have to be
Friends, listen, I have some good news.
loyal to the crown.
Bertha, they ain't listening to me.
Hey! Everybody, hold your tongues. My William has something to say.
Thank you, wife. Friends, seems there's been another battle closer to home at King's Mountain. Faced the lobster back this time, beat the britches off of them. Some of our brave men even killed Ferguson, dead on a doornail. They're bringing a whole passel of redcoat prisoners right here to Hillsboro, turning them over to General Gates.
Well, what will General Gates do with them?
He ain't done much so far.
Friends, please. I have bigger news. Our very own General Nathaniel Greene.
Nathaniel Greene, the Quaker general.
Ah, born and raised a Quaker. Now they call him Fighting Quaker. He give up his peace for the fight for freedom.
Enough of this rebel yammering. Yeah. There is more news to be shared, but it ain't sweet music to your ears. That's right, that's all y'all yearn for. Loyal subjects to the king.
Well, out with it then.
The mightiest general in all of British ranks heads this way. Lord Cornwallis to put an end to this rebellion.
Friends, Lord Cornwallis will never step foot on our land.
Oh, yes, he will, William. His redcoats are going to march up these streets, and those loyal to the king will rise. And it's the ones like you, William, that will be dancing at the end of a rope.
No, friends, please.
Let's go.
Friends, please, that's blasphemy. Please listen to me. Please listen to me.
Come on.
Is this what this war has brought us? Friends divided?
Friend Simon, I must speak with thee.
I'm glad to see thee, friend Thomas. It's been what, almost 3 weeks? I missed thee at meeting.
I have been talking with myself, in a manner, and I feel my head has been a little addled. But now at last I know what I must do. Thee has been like a father to me, friend Simon, and I knew I must come to thee first.
There is a strange look about thee. It frightens me.
The word is up and down the countryside. Lord Cornwallis is bringing his men here to raise up an army. I am ashamed to say it, friend Simon, but there are many in these parts who I fear may go over to his side. There is a man, friend Simon, a man named Nathaniel Greene. He was raised as we were, as a friend. But now he is a soldier, a general. It is rumored that he will be leading the army that will fight against Cornwallis.
A Quaker, now a general? I cannot believe that.
It's true. It is rumored that he will be coming here also. I have decided, friend Simon, that when that time comes, that I will join him.
But, friend Thomas...
I have considered the alternatives. I have prayed. I have been at odds with myself these past few weeks. But now, at last, I know what I must do.
He will be dismissed from meeting, friend Thomas. Thee knows this.
I know that all too well. But my decision is firm.
They will ask me to reason with thee.
Aye, but that will not change me.
I know that. Thou art longer a boy, but a man.
Is thee so sure in thy heart, boy?
Yes, I am.
Then Lord be with thee, boy.
Isn't boy any longer. He is a man.
There is another thing. I plan to take a wife. A wife not member of the meeting.
Thee would marry out of unity.
Aye, if she will have me.
But boy...
Did thee not say he is no longer a boy? Is it the girl from Hillsborough?
Aye, Mary Pugh. I love her with all of my heart.
Then do what thee must do. Thee will always have a place in our hearts. Is that not right, husband?
Aye, that is the way of it. The Lord be with thee.
Your light glows brighter, Grandpa Dixon. It was beautiful to see you support his view, although radically differently from your own.
The Lord's strength be upon him. And thee. Thank thee.
At the meeting on the 4th day of the 2nd month, 1781, Thomas Hadley is complained of for marrying out of unity. Labor being extended by several members of this meeting and all hopes of reclaiming him being abandoned, this meeting now agrees to disown Thomas Hadley.
And it is known that the Lord tells us to do the best with what we have. So even though these be hard times, it must be in our way to follow the Lord's word and keep our minds and hearts on serving him. I do think there be some among us who do not follow that way.
I have heard it said that there are times when it is best that we speak whatever is in our hearts, even if what we speak may offend others. If there is some feeling inside that cries to be let out, we must let it out, or it may corrupt us.
Are all minds clear?
I have something to say. Friends, in this meeting we gather in silence, opening our hearts to the light. I stand before thee moved to speak a truth stirred within my soul. A reflection on conflict. Nay, not just conflict, war. I carry with me this love so deep for this land, for the wheel that turns our grain to bread. 'Tis not merely a wheel, but the heartbeat of our community, our independence. Our testimonies guide us away from war's grasp, but my heart knows the echoes of cannons, the cries of men. We shun even the word war, and yet it churns all around us, unbidden. When dusk falls upon the green, when shadows play upon this very meeting house, I stand in the quiet, and I understand. I understand the warriors who believe in steel and musket, who bleed for an ideal. Nay, not I. The very notion is an affront to our way. Yet there is confession upon my lips. For while I wield not the sword, I confess a silent battle rages within me. A palpable war torn between love and doctrine. Now, I jubilate not in conflict, but in the profound love for every blade of grass, every ripple in the brook, a love that kindles understanding, even admiration for those who choose differently. The wheel turns, the mill, my heart, our lives. Love, like water, shapes the stone. As I ponder these turbulent times, I quake, not in fear, but in revelation that love shall be our greatest guide. Mayhap it is this love and compassion for this land and an understanding for those who wish to defend it that shall be our meeting ground. For it is love in all its facets that must triumph in the end.
Our mother was washing her baby one night, the youngest of 10 and a delicate bite. The mother was poor and the baby was thin, was only a skeleton covered with skin. The mother turned round for the soap on the rack, was only a moment, but when she turned back, the baby was gone and in anguish she cried, "Oh, where is my baby?" The angels replied, "Oh, your baby has gone down the plug hole. Your baby has gone down the plug. The poor little thing was so skinny and thin, it should have been washed in a jug. Oh, it should have been washed in a jug."
Boy, me mates, that was lovely. I haven't heard singing like that since me old ma used to sing me to sleep.
Your old mother ain't never been sober enough to sing to the likes of you.
You'll get a great bloody nose talking about me sweet ma like that.
Yeah, that's telling him, Johnny. Don't let him talk that way. A boy should stand up for his mother.
Oh, well, what are you doing down here all by yourself? Are you lonesome?
Will you look at the rob in the cradle there? Oh, this young Purcell is. Got himself a lady, yes. Never smelled gunpowder. Thinks he's a man.
Well, he's a gentleman. He ain't like you pigs.
Oh, please, ma'am. That's not necessary.
Looks like the baby there done got your lady friend, chum.
Shut your mouth, you bloody clod.
Oh, come on in, Johnny lad. Come on, let me have it. Oh, whoa,
Johnny.
okay.
Come on. Your breath could kill an ox.
Well, I don't know about that, dearie. I saw you take a big whiff and you ain't dead yet.
You aren't calling me an ox, are you, darling?
Why, no, honey. More like a big sow.
I declare this contest all even. Now, come on, lads. Let's don't have any fighting among ourselves. Let's save our fighting for the bloody rebels.
Okay.
Singing and dancing is what we need.
Let's see.
Oh, your baby has gone down the plug hole. Your baby has gone down the plug. The poor little thing was so skinny and thin, it should have been washed in a jar.
I tell you, Sergeant Major, my decision is firm. My army is leaving this wretched town. You've seen just how many loyal subjects of the king are hereabout.
But, your lordship...
No more. My men cannot leave their quarters. If they are separated from their comrades, some cowardly rebel picks them off. I've tried to keep them busy and in good fighting trim here. They have paved the streets of this ungrateful town. Now they grow restless and disorderly. God grant the enemy will show his face soon, but until he does, my army is moving to a new location.
We have just received a dispatch from one of our scouts. The rebel army has recrossed the Dan River. General Greene is back in North Carolina.
We must move as soon as possible. I've already selected an area on Alamance Creek between the Deep and the Hall Rivers. There should be enough food there to supply our needs. God knows we've picked this country clean of food. Come with me, son. There is much to be done, and it must be done quickly. By God, Greene is showing his face at last. And that means there's a soldier's work to be done.
Oh, we old Cornwallis men were soldiers through and through, and we was bound to take up arms and fight the rebels.
We never will knock under, no, George, we do not fear the rattling of your thunder, nor lightning of your spear. Though rebels you declare us, we're faithful to dismay. True heroes we resemble in North America. We have a bold commander, who is both fierce and mean. The second Alexander, his name is General Green. We'll grab our swords and muskets and march in dread array. True heroes we resemble in North America. Ho! True heroes we resemble in North America.
I tell you, lads, old General Green got something special planned here at Guilford Courthouse. Says he's whooping the lobster backs right here.
Tall tales flow from your lips, William. Don't seem likely that any general is sharing his battle plans with the likes of you.
Well, to be honest with you, I know tolerably well. Why, I recollect, it was about a week ago, I guess. I remember because it was the day I was washing out my stockings.
That is a dang lie. You have not washed them stockings in a month, let alone a week.
Well, you learned to shoot that musket yet?
No, sir. I've never fought before. It is against the way of friends.
No.
Against the way of friends? 10 to 1 when the lobster backs show up. Quaker turns tail and skedaddles.
I will take thee up on that bet, friend.
Who are you?
Thou dost not know me, friend William. Did I not discuss my battle plans with thee? I trust thee will fight as well as he talks.
Well, General, sir, me and the boys were just, sir.
I trust thee will fight as well as thee talks. Let's just check the records here on you, my lad. Did I hear them call thee Quaker?
Yes, sir. I was a friend. When I joined the militia, I was disowned by the meeting.
Aye, I know what that is. I was born and raised as a friend. Did thee know that?
I have heard, sir.
I was past 30 years of age when I turned my back on the meeting and became a soldier. I know my reasons for so doing, friend Thomas. What are thy reasons?
I felt the injustices of the king, sir. I saw other young men hereabouts taking up arms to fight for their freedom, and I was ashamed of myself because I was doing nothing. And my wife wanted me to fight.
Thy wife is not a Quaker.
No, sir.
Married out of unity and taking up arms. Thee has surely been disowned, lad, past all returning. Does that sadden thee?
The call for freedom was too great, and my wife's wish is too dear, sir.
There is always turning back, lad. When the enemy is in the sights of that weapon thee carries, will thee be able to squeeze the trigger to snuff out another man's life?
I do not know, sir. When that time comes, I will have to find out. Though, can there be such a thing as a sword of peace, even in the midst of war, sir?
A sword of peace. It is not the blade, but the heart behind that seeks peace. Remember, it is not a man's ability to wield a musket and take life, but his courage to preserve it. That defines true valor. To battle men with hearts brave and spirits unyielding, we shall face our foe as guardians of liberty. Pray for victory. Ready. Aim. Fire.
Ready. Aim. Fire.
Ready. Aim. Fire.
Ready. Aim. Fire.
swore I didn't.
We were always friends, weren't we, George?
Always, William. Always, William. Let me go get some help.
William? William? William! William! William!
Look at all the men we will have to bury. We are being defeated, and our casualties are growing. I think we must march to the south. This miserable snow camp eats at my spirit. Well, what is it, woman?
I'm Elizabeth Dixon. This is my home. Mine and my husband's. I have misplaced my pipe, but I remember now where it should be, and I've come to fetch it.
Your pipe?
Aye. It should be on the mantel. Aye, there it is. I will collect it and take my leave.
Step aside.
My husband built our home with his own hands, and thee would take it from us.
Madam, this is a time of war.
Aye. Thee have no right to our home nor our mill.
Your husband is the miller. Tell him to come now and fix this blasted mill for the soldiers of the king.
My husband is ill.
Thy soldiers have brought more than war to my threshold. They have brought the shadow of death.
Fix the mill, or suffer the consequences.
My home thou hast taken, my peace thou hast broken. But my spirit and my duty remaineth mine own to wield. Thee shall have the mill, but no grain.
I could have you hanged for your insolence. Well, we will learn to live without the mill, just as you, poor woman, will live without your miller.
Elizabeth, the mill. I jammed the millstones together so the British may not use it.
Oh, Simon.
I hold no umbrage against them, yet it stands against my conscience to aid the machinery of war. Thomas Hadley did what he had to show his love for this country. The Lord forgive me, I did what I could. Soldiers who come here will grind no grain. That I felt I must do. So that I did.
Grandpa Dixon, I knew you had it in you.
Faith unyielding as the mighty oak.
As the mighty oak.
Friend Simon.
Friend Thomas.
What is it?
I went to the battlefield as a soldier. But when it came my time to kill, I could not do it.
Praise be to the Lord.
And so I did what I could. I tried to save a life. I failed. But there were others wounded. It did not matter to me that their coats were red. I tended to them.
Friend Thomas, thy wife, does she know what thee has done?
She is a good woman like thee, friend Elizabeth. It is our wish that when this is all over, the meeting may accept us to worship among them once more.
It is my prayer for this to be. For it is thee, Thomas Hadley, who showed faith and courage among the turmoil.
We must go. Thy sun, thy light. Friend Simon, this is no time for sitting. Upon this soil is where I must rest.
Simon!
Grandpa Dixon.
And so it falls upon me, as dusk wrestled with the closing of the day. I have stood as witness to the tumult of war, to the anguished cries of man set against his brethren, sword against sword, blood against blood. At times thy faith in our Quaker way sorely tested, yet held steadfast, much like unto a stalwart oak with roots buried deep and firm against nature's fiercest wrath. Verily I have learned that to love in earnest is to listen to the voice of another's heart, and to permit love and mercy to steer thy every tread. But remember this, for love is but the seed which will sprout a harvest ample, yielding a humanity resolute and vigorous. With the setting sun as my scribe, I, Simon Dixon, do lay my spirit cry. May love endure, may faith prosper, may my kin of tomorrow kindle thy light of love, and carry thy sword of peace.
'Tis the gift to be simple.